What's up, you guys? It's Becca Switzer with Roof Sales Mastery, and I'm really excited to be on a call here with Remco, who's going to be showing us a very cool new software that he has created called SuppTrax, and it's the very first software tracking. It's basically a CRM for supplementing, so that you can track specific KPIs to your supplements and stay on top of those. And so we're going to do a little demo here. He's going to show us how it works, and I think this is going to be a major addition to any roofing contractor's business. So Remco, show us what you got.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Becca. So what we have here, this is going to be basically your dashboard. And like you said, it tracks KPIs. So some of the KPIs that we really want to track is how many new claims have we gotten, how many are currently working, and how many are closed. The total dollar amount, and then of course the average dollar amount, which is extremely important to find out how effective your supplement team is doing. You can also go down here to close claims and hover, and it shows you per month on how many that you have closed. As you scroll down a little bit farther, it shows if you've closed any this month, last month, this month, and then very importantly, your average close time. Cash flow is king, of course, as we all know in the contracting business. So the quicker we can close, the quicker we can increase that cash flow into the company. So that tracks that for you, the average close time.
Yeah.
Little background real quick. So we've been doing supplementing. We tried to find a CRM. There was none. And the reason why we needed the CRM is because we, to be honest and transparent, we had a client and we were using Excel spreadsheet and claims were kind of falling through the cracks and we were not doing our due diligence as far as following up. So we lost a pretty big account, and that's what started this process for us.
Yeah.
So we created this. And this is very important for us. So we'd like to touch all of our claims every 48 hours. So that's why we have it set. Here's untouched claims of 48 hours. You can set that to a different time if your supplementing team, let's say they go 72 or 96 hours, whatever that number is, you can actually change that as well.
Yeah.
So as we go through here, we can see Suzanne Dickey, the supplement request. This has not been touched in 48 hours. Then we can go to manage, and it goes straight into the claim itself.
Nice.
So the claim ID, of course, is going to be your job numbers that you have, the claim creation date, the claim number, claim status. We can change it. It's all, you can actually change the coloring of the letters. So you can change the statuses as well. Some people are going to use all of them, some of them not. Claim priority is low, medium, high. So chasers, closers, we have chasers that are the people that actually will call out to the insurance companies to do that follow-up. Closer is going to be the one that does the QC to make sure that they got everything that they need, and then to put the final numbers into the CRM of the finalized numbers.
Right. So you've got somebody who's basically on the phone, just pushing the ball down the field toward the finish line. Then you have somebody who gets on, handles the adjuster objections, make sure it gets closed out.
Exactly. This is very important. Insurance company. So who's the insurance company and then the adjuster? Why is this so important? Well, we also find that sometimes some of our insurance companies, not going to name any, but sometimes it takes 32 minutes to get in touch with them.
Yep.
When you finally get in touch with them, you get off the phone. 2 hours later, you find another claim with that same desk adjuster, same insurance company, and you're like, crap. So here, while I'm on the phone with this Nate Flatley with Top Cover, I can actually filter all my claims to Top Cover and then Nate. And then so while I'm on the phone with him, I can say, by the way, Nate, let's talk about these other three that you do have.
Yeah, let's kill 7 birds with 1 stone. Oh my gosh, this is going to save people so much time.
Absolutely. So here, this is the board. So here's the board. These are the current claims that we currently have working. Okay.
Yeah.
You can, now some people are used to boards like this, like I think you see in Job Nimbus or something else of that, the CRM. Some people like the list. That's my preference. Here are the filters. So if I go to filters and I go to Top Cover, and then I go to my adjuster, Nat Flatley, and then I apply that filter. These are all the claims that I have with him currently at the time.
Nice. Oh yeah. So now you're like, let's just sit down and tackle all of these right now. Do you know how much time that would save? If you had 6, like it looks like there's 10 with the same guy. If you had made 10 individual calls and you were on hold for 35 minutes each time, That's
5
saving you
hours.
literally, yeah, 5 hours of time. If you weren't organized like this, you would have just been hanging up and getting back on the phone tomorrow or later today or on Friday or whatever. Yeah, that's amazing.
100%. The other thing too that we really like, and I should have gone. So actually, let me go back to this create claim, and then remind me as far as tracking your individual employees as well. So here's you can actually upload all of your claims with a CSV or an Excel file. If you just do one or two at a time, you can just go in here and create the claim. This is a claim, like I kind of broke down for you already. Let's say the insurance company is not on here. Okay, we can go to insurance company. We're going to create an insurance company. There's your insurance company, then the information. Once that insurance company is created, I'm not going to create another one, but once that insurance company is created, let's say Barnstable, we'll go in here and then we can add our adjuster. Okay, so now I'm going to create another adjuster. And again, this is for the filtering. This is going to be, so as your library grows, you're going to keep that. And then once it's in there, you're going to have all their information, not personal information, but their information. Sometimes we have a direct line. Sometimes instead of, all the extensions, which you have, there's a lot of times we've built a rapport with a certain desk adjuster and we get their direct line and so on and so forth. We could go in here and put that information.
Right.
And that just helps access them easier in the future.
Yeah.
Back to dashboard. This is something we've really used to. We can actually filter out by our employees. Okay. So I can change my employee through my organization. Okay, so these are the employees that are listed in here now. Then I could go into my dashboard. I can actually break down what employee, how many they've closed, each individual one by the month, and then also their averages.
Yeah.
So let's say our average for the company is 4,800, and then I have an employee named Remco that does 2,000. It's time to sit down with that employee and figure out what can we do to educate you, to train you, to figure out what we can do to bring you up to the same level the rest of the company is at.
Exactly.
So it allows us to really drill down on the numbers and find out exactly who's doing what we can actually even drill down to what insurance company we have the highest return on as well.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, how can we bump up these numbers? And I love that because if you have more than one person at your company doing supplements and one person's way outperforming, it's like, well, what do we want to do about that? And I like that, some people might be like, well, we have a CRM that tracks our job and stuff like that. Supplementing is its own department. Yes. And it needs to be treated as such. Like it's so specific and complex with the contacts of where the file is and how long it's taking, what the average is and who's dealing with it and it's just completely different. Like it's not your customer, you're dealing with the insurance companies at this point. So this is going to be incredibly important for roofing contractors to begin using.
Exactly. And then you brought up a very good point. You have the CRM. This is not going to replace the CRM, such as AccuLinks or Job Nimbus or something. It is in addition to. So a lot of our companies that are currently utilizing this, they have their current CRM that all their employees, their salespeople and everybody get into, let's say AccuLinks. And then they have this SuppTrax. This is just for their supplement team. As it tracks and through closing, then they go back into their CRM and put the final numbers into their CRM. Yeah. But it keeps it clean and it keeps it isolated. So as you said, they're two separate departments, right, and huge revenue departments that they need to track.
Yep, exactly. That's awesome. And it's so clean. I love it.
Thank you. That's really it in a nutshell.
Cool.
Very clean, very simple.
I love it.
Do you have any other? Yeah.
No, so people just go to SuppTrax.com, and I'm also going to drop a link here of my own so that you guys can check it out for yourself. And I think this is going to be a real game changer for people just staying on top of monetizing, making sure that they're as profitable as humanly possible with their supplements. And there is literally nothing like this out there. So I love it. Thank you so much for showing us.
So also when you go to edit claim, you can also put in your comment section. This is where some of our customers using it will have the salesperson in there in case they need to ask questions to that salesperson for better photos or something of that nature. Then the comments, okay, we talked to this Nat Flatley on such and such a date, such and such a time, and so you build the comments. This comment section, you'll only see the last 3 always are shown, but then you can expand and show all the comments for the whole history of it as well.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's important. It's like who said what did they say? And as far as like claim
Exactly.
status, show us the claim
Mhm.
status, like, hey, this is where it's at, this is what's needed next, this is, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's, hey, we're waiting on a picture, or hey, the person said that we needed to speak to a supervisor, or they wanted a building code, or whatever the case may be. So let's show them how sophisticated this is.
Okay. So these are the statuses that we currently have. And then again, you could choose which one that you would like or not use at all. You can also change the colors. So if you prefer a different color on the status as you're looking through it, it's going to change the lettering and then also the statuses, which I'll show you in just a moment again. So the status name here is the supplement request. So this is just coming in. We're requesting the supplement to be written. The written supplement's been complete. The estimate sent to insurance. Then documents under review. That can, what some of our clients are using it for is the documents before it's written. Do we have all the documents and everything else of that nature? Some of them are using that documents under review that it's already sitting at the insurance company. So it's, of course, it's up to you. The supplement and settled. These are new. None. I don't know why we have it, but it's in there. Retrieve final from insured. How many times, does the insurance company send the final to the insured and they won't send it to you?
Right.
So we have a thing in here that's going to be flagged. It's going to flag you can flag the salesperson as well. So that's going to say, hey, look, we need to get to that insured, get that final from them. Technical reply needed and awaiting photos. Those are also two statuses that we kind of need the salesperson review, which is also the last one. Technical reply, maybe there's a question that was there flashing present? Do we need to do it again? What is the production photos? Do we have photos that the drip or the gutters were attached to the drip, or the flashing was damaged, or it was unnailable surface with the decking, and so on and so forth. So those are, of course, production photos that we're waiting on. So we can put that into a status as well.
Right.
Salesperson review is kind of if it doesn't fall into one of those smaller categories, that's more of a general, and then we can put our notes in there for that.
Cool. Love that.
So then those statuses show up here. Okay, so John Smith, it's green, estimates sent to insurance. So as you also hover over it, of course, nobody can really truly remember all the different statuses and colors. We did an abbreviation just to make everything fit. So the status, as you hover over it, it's going to show you what that status is.
Yeah.
This also is a laptop, as you can see, but then it also goes to iPad, and then it's also a mobile version as well.
Cool. Love that. Yeah, it just visually keeps everything organized so you can see like, okay, what is the next thing that has to happen? Which claims are prioritized? Which ones are needing to just like punch over the over the end zone, right? Like this is great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because cash flow is such, one of the biggest things that I hear as a complaint from roofing contractors is like, our supplements just take so long. When half of the time it's because their supplementors are not organized enough. They're not calling on everything every 24 or 48 hours. Like that's usually the issue. It's not the supplements themselves. It's they have so much stuff going on that they're not keeping everything organized and touching it every single day. And that's what makes all of them just fall into the sea of, well, we're waiting to hear back from State Farm, blah, blah, blah. So this keeps it really organized where it's like, this is exactly what needs to be done today. Here's who needs to be touched next. And that's how you keep money moving.
Absolutely.
Love that.
That said it better.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, bada bing, bada boom.